Alright guys, hello. In this video I'm going to show you how to use the new 6 Plus preflop GTO solves for studying preflop. So after you bought them, when you hover over tools, you'll see all the charts here. So 3-way, 50 ante, 100 ante, and 4-way and 5-way. And just click them and navigate to the page. After you click them, you'll see these preflop charts with the preflop tree on the left side, and it might seem a bit confusing at first if you're new to these charts, but they are very user-friendly, and it's pretty easy to learn them. It just takes a few seconds or a few minutes to learn them. So the main thing is that on the left side, when you're trying to find a certain spot, you have to pick your position where you are sitting at. So if you're in the cutoff position, no matter what happens before you or after you, you have to click the cutoff, and if you're in the button, you have to click the button. And so, for instance, if we click UTG, we can see that we can see on the upper side, it tells you your action, where you're sitting. So this is just under the gun strategy. So if you're starting the hand, this is what you're supposed to do. And you can see the colors in the bottom. So green means call, red means all in, and this brownish orange color means raise, and blue means fold. And if you hover over the hand, so let's say pocket aces, it tells you exactly the right percentages. So you're supposed to call 30% of the time and raise 70% of the time. And it also tells you the sizing you're supposed to use. So if you're new to 6 Plus, you might use like a 3x or something, or a smaller sizing, but it tells you not only when to raise, but the exact sizing, so you know what to do. But also remember to use these while you're not playing, when you're just studying, because it's illegal to use them while you're playing. And let's enter the action where, let's say, you limp under the gun, another guy limps behind you, and button raises, and see what you're supposed to do in that spot. So for that, click on UTG, and you have to click the actions, what happens. So we limp, so UTG calls, cutoff calls, and button makes 7 antes, and it's gonna show us what to do. And again, on the upper side, you can see, so you don't get lost. So it tells you the action of UTG calls, cutoff calls, button makes 7 antes, and this picture shows you UTG strategy. So we can see that we're jamming all these red cards, so good aces and good pairs, and for balance, we're jamming these hands. We're calling these and folding blue ones. And if you're wondering why something is gray, what are we supposed to do with like ace-7 offsuit? It doesn't tell you anything, not even fold, and that's because you're not supposed to have these hands in this spot. So for instance, like jack-6 offsuit, you're not going to have jack-6 offsuit in this spot ever, because you are supposed to fold jack-6 offsuit preflop. And the same applies for whether it's 100 antes or 50 antes, 4-way, 5-way, or whatever. So check them out and try them out, and they're pretty easy to use too. And also, one last thing is, let's say you open all this and you wanna find a new spot, but it takes a while to like close all these spots, and you can just hover over this collapse button. Once you click it, it collapses. It means the preflop tree that you opened is collapsed now. So when you click UTG, it doesn't show you all these previous actions. It just starts from the beginning, so it's easier to look at more spots in a shorter time. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, CoexDoc on 6 Plus Discord, or any other admins, and hope you enjoyed this. See you at the tables.